When observing, it's nice to have choices, and now I have a choice of a very cheap eyepiece, £12 for about it. But this is from a site telescope of a tank. It was in eBay. It's nice to be able to have a choice when you're observing the stars. This is a very wide angle eyepiece. I can see the Orion Nebula and 3 stars of the belt of Orion in one field of view with this telescope, my lovely Skywatcher ED72 apochromatic telescope. All wide angle. This is nice to have a choice. This is a tank's viewing site eyepiece. So I think it's an army surplus or something, about a second hand from, or third hand, who knows. And it was very cheap and really one of the best eyepieces, especially because of this rubber eye guard, which really shapes around you. The cup of it is shaped like the human eye, and you can just put your eye there and just look through, as if a peephole or a window or something. You can easily see everything. So nice. I took a few pictures of the photos of the Orion Nebula with this. Probably I will show you at the end of this video. I think the field of view of this eyepiece, and I've adapted a 2-inch barrel to it, just with the electric tape, attached it to it. Is around 72 degrees or 70, something like that. It's like a panoptic, but very wide angle. Very wide angle. I mean, it must be 38, 40, or even 45 millimeter. Focal length, who knows, 50 probably. I can see a lot with this. And when I look at the Orion Nebula, I see a wide view, sparkled with diamonds of different size, and nebulosity of the Orion Nebula itself is just at the core of it. But it is so beautiful. The background of the sky is so dark, it's like velvet. And the sprinkle of the little diamonds and bigger diamonds, and then it comes to the fuzziness of that pearly glow of the Orion Nebula. Amazing sight. I don't think any photo can show that beauty. You have to see it for yourself. This telescope now in Britain is out of stock. Nobody has it. Because of the coronavirus and COVID-19, many factories in China are slowly back to work. They are not even working yet at the moment, many of them. There is no supply of this coming to the country. I don't know how it is in other countries, America, Canada, Australia, Middle East, China, Russia, how it is there. But this one, I've seen people selling this £800. It gets snapped immediately because it's such a good telescope. It's apochromatic and at the price of a achromatic telescope. I was lucky I have this one. And the nice thing about this Eyecup of this eyepiece is that you can rotate it actually without the need of rotation of the camera eyepiece itself. Such a nice feature, and it has a cap. You can close it. The only thing it didn't have was this beside that barrel that I attached to it was this also, which is from a camera lens. Just adapted it for this. Practically, this telescope with this eyepiece is changed to a finderscope. It's really wide angle, and unlike any other wide angle eyepiece that you look in the sky background, will get brighter actually. In this one, it gets darker. Really, contrast is increased by that. And you know that when you use a finderscope, you cannot actually focus much. There is no much focus, so everything is a bit blurred. But with this one, no, you can focus it, and it comes to focus. It's a very wide angle finderscope kind of image quality, and wide field of view, combined with the ability to actually focus. I'm looking at the Orion belt now. All those flaming nebula around one of the stars of the Orion belt, probably Al Nilam or Al Nitak. It's beautiful. All these names are Arabic, by the way, you know that. Yes, I have now actually, I will include the view through a panoptic 41mm with this telescope simulation. I think this is why the high power, I mean, the focal length of the eyepiece is actually more than 41mm. It must be around 45 to 50mm. Really wide angle. Even the panoptic cannot give that as wide as this. I got it for £12. I'm telling you, Teleview panoptic 41mm. Second hand is anything between 450 to 500 pound. New of it is 600 to 650 pound. So really 12 pound. Yeah, you should sometimes feel lucky. Not everything is doom and gloom. And for the performances delivered, it's really lightweight. It's not very heavy actually. I wonder if I can get another one of this if I find, and use it as a binocular for binocular. The binocular pair. This is the camera shot, but the view actually is wider than this. The camera doesn't go as far as the eye goes. The eye is much far wider. This is a simulation to the eyepiece with the telescope.